As an idea, slowly turned into a hope and a dream. What started out as all those things has turned into April 11th, 1998, opening day in the Bambino League. You know, no organization can be successful, whether it's a business, a group, or any kind of organization can be successful without an unconditional commitment from a bunch of individuals all working in harmony together towards one goal. And that one goal that we decided to lock arms with was to produce the most exciting and the most educational baseball program that your children will ever be a part of. You know, we'd like to thank a lot of people today. We're not going to take up too much time, but we'd like to thank our sponsors, all of our supporters, our volunteers, all of our believers. We'd like to thank all of you, all of the volunteers that helped put the fence up, parents that helped come down, clean up the compound. We thank all of you. Of course, we have to thank our mayor, Mr. Mayor Keychek, and his fine staff, Steve Gallo, and the entire Department of Parks and Recreation crew who came down here and busted their hump to get this field in the shape it's in. I don't know if most of you have been down here before and have seen this field when it's normally in its regular state. And to look at it today is quite an accomplishment. We'd like to thank the mayor for his commitment to doing that, and also would like to thank him for committing to even going further. You know, there's a lot more work to be done, and the mayor and his staff has committed to doing it for us, so we'd like to thank him for that. You know, when we put this league together, we wanted to build a program that kind of helped teach children some fundamentals, some things that, you know, some people are unfortunate. Their father or mother can't be around all the time to instill some qualities. You know, I was very fortunate to have a great dad who has instilled tremendous qualities in me. Leadership, he has instilled courage. You know, my dad is missing his first opening day today in 31 years. He's in a hospital, he's in critical condition. He's here in spirit, and we're dedicating, at least I am, I hope you don't mind me taking this personal time to dedicate this season to him. If we can build a program that can instill half the things that my dad taught me, if we can do that with our children, this thing will be a tremendous success. So I'd just like to say, Dad, get better. We love you. We're pulling for you. Thank you. You know, some of the individuals that are involved in this program have become father figures for their children. And I'd like to bring them out if I could, because that's what this is all about. The program is only as good as its people. And I want to introduce to you some of the people that have helped make this program the success it has become. I'm going to call your names out, guys. Please, if you're here, come out and join me behind the mound. Hold the applause until after we get everybody out, please. I'd like to introduce some of our rookie managers. Dominic Zero, please come out. No applause, we'll hold it. Gregory Bleich, Jim Garcia, John Lynch, Joe Malaconico, Bobby Cole, Mike Colombo, Eugene Pitlick, Frank Romano, Peggy Kidd, Bill Oberhoser, some of our coaches in the Major League, Jerry Holmes, Rob Mano, Matt Brancatella, Pat McCabe, Sal Alessi, Chris Corcoran. If I failed to mention anyone that's here as a coach, please come out. If I failed to mention, I apologize. I'd like to take a couple minutes to talk to you about the officers of this league, the guys that really, without them, this league would not have been a reality. I'd like to start with a gentleman that's been dedicated to youth baseball for over 20 years. This man is the icon of youth sports in Bayonne, and he's been so for a quarter of a decade. He is the measuring stick to what all managers, players, coaches, he's the measuring stick for all of them. If you beat this guy in a game, then you've arrived. And listen, just because he happens to be the winningest coach in the history of Bayonne, that's not what makes him important. What makes him important is that he's done this for over 25 years. He is the brain trust of our organization. He is our secretary. He deals with all the paperwork and all the nonsense that goes with running a league. You guys know what that's involved. He is a true baseball genius, and he's a tremendously intelligent mind. I'd like to bring out the secretary of our league and manager of Abramson's Jewelry, Jack Foley. Please begin. Next gentleman I'd like to bring up is approaching his 20th year as well. He's the winningest Pony League manager in the history of Bayonne. The most competitive manager I have ever been a part of and played against. He is the treasurer of our league. He is committed beyond belief. Here's a gentleman that several years ago moved down the shore. And instead of packing his bags and taking the program with him, he drove up every day to coach for 2 years. 2 games a week, 2 practices a week, 2 umpiring assignments a week. He drove 40 miles to do that for the city of Bayonne.
Okay.
It takes a special man to give up that kind of time for the kids of Bayonne.
4'2".
Ladies and gentlemen, the treasurer of our league and the manager of Kramer Painting, please welcome Nick Rackatella. Lastly, and certainly not least, our vice president is a special individual. I don't know of any man that has given up more of himself and even his family than this gentleman. This guy is one of the most committed men you'll ever meet. My first encounter with this gentleman was 20 years ago when I played baseball. I was in an all-star game and he was the manager. And he handed me the ball and said, "You're pitching today, son." And I looked at him with the biggest fear that you can come over. I said, "I never did this before." His answer was, "You can do it." And you know what? That stuck with me forever. You know, it also tells you how old he is when, you know, he's managing when I played. By the way, all 3 of these guys were managing when I played. It tells you not only that they're committed, but they're a lot older than I am. But this guy has given up everything. He's worked so hard. He's called every single parent, whether it was a candy drive, whether it was getting guys down for assignments, whether it was anything. This man said, "I'll do it." His leadership qualities are unbelievable. It's almost to a fault because he wants to do everything. Sometimes we have to curtail him and say, "Mike, don't do as much. You're doing too much already." His resume is quite impressive. 20 years coaching, 19 division titles. Knows what it takes to put a good program. His children are always well respected, and his children are always well coached and disciplined. Our vice president, and by far the hardest worker for this cause, is Mr. Mike Vaselis, manager of McDonald's. I'd like to bring up our vice president, manager of McDonald's, Mike Vaselis, for a brief presentation, and then he's going to introduce our great mayor of Bayonne. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Okay, I just want to take a few minutes to thank all the parents and the children for our candy drive, because that was really the starting point. We needed to make a killing on that candy drive, and I pleaded with every one of you parents, spoke to every one of you personally for those 3 days that we had the candy drive, and I explained to you that we do not charge a registration fee, which is really unheard of nowadays, and that we were going to need you to go far and beyond the normal call of duty. Most of you stepped up to the plate and you hit a home run for us, because if you just did the minimum, if you just did your basic requirements, we wouldn't have been able to put these nice uniforms. As you can see, we got some of the nicest uniforms you've ever seen, you know, and a million other things that we had to buy. We would not have been able to do that in this shorter period of time if you guys, again, did not step up to the plate and come through for us. So, again, you should all be very proud that you really, you know, again, you went far and beyond the call of duty. On that, I'm going to turn it over to the mayor. He's going to say a few words, so if we can give him a round of applause. Thank you.
I want to take this opportunity first to wish everybody a happy Easter and a holy Passover for those who are celebrating. And I want to really thank the league leadership. As Mike said and Bob said, this was a dream and a dream come true. When we had our meeting many, many months ago, and people were saying this will never succeed, and I said, well, we looked at other leagues that started from very little. They were able to grow because of dedication and volunteerism and parents and good kids and a city that's going to work behind them. Jerry Holmes knows that I'm a very, very avid baseball fan. When we grew up together, we literally played hundreds and hundreds of games. And I see some of the older coaches here who remembers when my son Lenny went through the system and became a very good ball player. Baseball is my favorite sport. I know it can teach people leadership and teamwork, the things that make things in life important. I want to congratulate the league. We know that there's a lot more work we have to do here. We need to get more parking in here. We want to have indoor plumbing. I mean, that would be a big help. And there are other things we want to add, other amenities to this field. But again, I want to congratulate the league. May you grow and prosper and be tremendously successful. Again, congratulations.
Okay, the children on the field can go back to into the dugout. Thanks a lot, guys. What we're going to do next is we're going to have two first balls being thrown out. The first pitch, we're going to have the mayor throw out our Justin. Get your catcher's mitt and go behind the plate there. Put the mask on. Mayor Kitchik is going to throw out the first pitch to Justin Weckerser, the starting catcher for McDonald's. And Steve Kramer will be throwing out the first pitch to the catcher of Kramer Painting, which is Mike Colucci. Come on out, Steve. Mike Colucci, you get your mitt, you go over there, you're going to catch Steve's first pitch. Give him a target there. Okay, we're getting close. What we're going to do is Bobby DiCario, our president, is going to announce every kid on the team. We're going to line up on the base paths over here.
Oh God, this thing's getting heavy.
And Kramer Painting over here. And then we'll play our national anthem, and then we'll get ready to go. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are selling refreshments over here. So, 1898 Bambino League. The visitors are McDonald's, am I correct?
Yep.
All right, leading off.
See you later, Terry. I gotta go to the game.
Number 7. Say hello to Justin Weckerser. Justin, right now, let's over there, big guy. Attaboy. Batting second and playing right field, number 22, Dominic 0. Batting third, playing shortstop, wearing number 10. Say hello to Jonathan Weeks. Big guy, number 23, doing the hurling today, batting cleanup, Stevie Solejek. The offensive hitter is wearing number 24, He's batting fifth, Pat McGrath. Batting sixth, wearing number 41 and playing first base, Ryan Libby. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 21, Jack Opal. Batting eighth, wearing number 3, playing third base, Denny Paraskiva. Batting ninth, playing left field, wearing number 1, Stephanie Fetchko. And batting 10th and playing center field, wearing number 9, Michael Gill. Substitutions for today will be number 2, Vinny Purcella. Number 27, that's a correction. Number 16, Frank Deanna. And number 2, James Amadio. The coaching staff. This coaching staff's been together for a long time. Marty Reed and Mike Vaselis. Now for the whole team, Hammer Kramer Painting. Wearing number 8 and doing the pitching, let's welcome Matty Policia. Wearing number 20 and doing the catching, Michael Colucci. Wearing number 18 and playing shortstop, Michael Visone. Wearing number 21, playing first base, Nikki Brancatella. Number 16, center fielder, Ryan Urich. Number 23, left fielder, batting 6, Peter Sita. Number 11, batting 7, the third baseman, Matthew Singer. Batting 8, wearing number 2, offensive hitter, Nick Durand. Batting 9th, wearing number 24, playing second base, Matthew Gelchin. Batting 10th, wearing number 9, right fielder, Peter Spiewak. Substitutions, wearing number 7, will be Anthony Figueroa. Number 10, Louis Giordano. And number 4, Patrick Leoe. The coaching staff of Kramer Painting, Rob Mano, Matt Brancatella, Jerry Holmes, and Nick Brancatella. Ladies and gentlemen, our umpire for today's game, our home plate umpire is Mr. John McDonald.
Keith Glock.
And also a young fine man out of the baseball system, Keith Glock. This time we'd like to play our national anthem, which means I have to go over to the recorder.
Take your hats off,
guys.
Thanks, Bo Weeks and Vinny Purcell also. They're helping out coaching too. Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry about that, Mike.